Hi, everyone. Welcome to Group One's Voice Thread for the Health Information Systems course. My name is Anamika, and I will be joined by Michael to talk about the pros and cons of using surveys as a data source. So let's jump right in and start talking about the advantages. Firstly, surveys are versatile and can cover every component of any topic. Of course, you can ask as many questions as you want, but there is a benefit to keeping questions short, as lengthy surveys can be quite frustrating. Surveys can be administered either remotely, such as through online platforms, mobile devices, mail, etc., or can be done in person through interviews. Hence, this sort of flexibility makes surveys a practical solution for gathering data, whether it's qualitative or quantitative. Second, surveys have the ability to collect data for a large population. This means that surveys provide this opportunity for scalability. Well-constructed surveys can be used to gather data from any size of audience. And in our generation today, internet really has made this quite feasible. This can allow for also that increase in efficiency. It also allows for data to come from multiple sources at once within within this large population. However, one needs to ensure that the questions are appropriate for the given audience. And thirdly, surveys are relatively inexpensive method for gathering data, considering that we have many ways to conduct data collection. Some surveys can be self-administered, which avoid the need for in-person interviews, and in-person interviews can be triple the cost of surveys that can be submitted online or mailed. So this allows for data collectors to have access to a massive information from a large demographics in a very short time. This does require obviously person efforts to post and collect the information. But lastly, most surveys are quantitative in design and can be used for straightforward analysis. With survey softwares that are now available, data analysis can be quickly used to determine validity, reliability, statistical significance, and we can also analyze multiple variables within the data. So survey data can also help us really turn results quickly into visualizations, which we can use those third-party softwares as well to turn the information into useful charts, tables that can help with presentations. And now I will move on and provide Michael the opportunity to talk about the cons of using surveys as a data source.
Thank you, Anamika, and hello, everyone. I am pleased to discuss the disadvantages of using survey, contrary to the statement, surveys as the most useful and flexible data source. First, surveys are believed to be prone to data errors and incidentals during data collection. This is due to the potential of no response and different interpretations from respondents. For instance, the response option of somewhat agree may represent a different level of agreement to individual respondents. Additionally, a yes and no options can also be problematic. For example, subjects may respond no if the option only once is not available. Surveys are not suitable for gathering responses related to the affective variables or variables that deal with emotions. Second, surveys are usually too general with a lack of depth, preventing comprehensive examination of the topic being studied. Survey questions are standardized, and it can pose a challenge to ask anything other than general questions that many people will understand. For instance, in a survey question asking a person a yes and no answer, there will be limited information to be gathered due to the boxed responses. Surveys are not effective in understanding the historical context of a particular phenomenon and explaining why people act or think as they do. Third, surveys are prone to respondent bias and inaccuracy of response. This may occur due to intentional misreporting of behaviors to confound the result or hide inappropriate behaviors or even boredom. Subjects may also have challenges evaluating their behavior and poor recall of instances related to their behavior during self reports. Also, the representativeness of the survey is entirely dependent on the accuracy of the sampling frame used. Fourth and last, surveys are claimed to be non flexible to accommodate changes throughout the data gathering process. The survey itself and the method of data gathering for a survey cannot be altered throughout the data gathering process. It would be late to make changes for the subjects who haven't yet returned the responses in case of errors in the questions. In this VoiceThread project, Anamika and I have showcased the pros and cons of the statement surveys as most useful and flexible data source. Summarily, for the advantages, Anamika discussed that surveys could accommodate a cost-effective collection of broad data from a large population that may be more suitable for statistics, tabulations, and data visualizations. On the contrary, for the disadvantages, the survey approach may be prone to errors, bias, incidentals, and inaccurate responses. Due to its structured approach, surveys are also non-flexible to accommodate changes and may lack depth in a comprehensive examination of the concept being studied. Indeed, surveys have advantages and disadvantages. Researchers and scholars must recognize situations where surveys can be of great help and ensure alignment with project objective and data gathering goals.